That should work. Wait. I'm not live on YouTube. Okay. Now I'm live. Hey, hi everybody. That was strange. So I think I'm live on Facebook for about 3 minutes, or is it not? I'm so sorry. This kind of multi-stream thing, it doesn't work that well. Because usually when I click go live on my stream app, it goes live everywhere, but it doesn't on YouTube. So that's a bit strange. Well, hi. Okay. Hi, Court. Thanks for joining. So now I also get comments. It's really nice, really cool. I put up some decorations for you for Halloween. Not Halloween today, I know, but I think it's not too late to celebrate a little bit. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Sorry about the delay. I thought I was streaming for about like 3-4 minutes before I realized that on YouTube it's not live. So, yeah, little mistakes happening. I got the notification from Facebook first. Yeah, it was on Facebook first, and for some reason it doesn't go online right away on YouTube. I have to click again on YouTube. Very strange. Okay, but I'm live now. Hi, Greg. Thanks for joining. So there's always some technical difficulties with me. My giant cup is back, so we have that at least. All right. By the way, today I thought I'd do it a little bit the other way around. So I will first talk about the autumn pack because I also linked it inside of the pack. So kind of an additional tutorial if people have questions or stuff like that. And then I will do the review for your amazing entries this week, the Halloween entries. Whoa, my phone is doing crazy things. 1 second. I need to shut that off. There we go. Okay, I hope you had a great Halloween. Even though, you know, lockdown, all that kind of situation is really crazy right now. Also in Austria, lockdown starting from Tuesday. So I had planned 3 different shoots with different models. Now I have 0 shoots because all of them said, well, now they don't want to because it's lockdown. Although legally you can meet one other person, so that wouldn't be a problem technically. But I understand, so it's not really a problem. So that's okay. But, well, yeah. I thought I had more pictures to show you, stuff like that. But we still have this one thing that I already posted where I pushed up the light from the raw picture. We can edit these pictures, so that's pretty awesome. That we still have this thing. And I think I took around 500 photos. I'm not editing 500 photos, of course. Like there is like, we did, I think maybe 10 different locations. So I took like 50 photos on each location. So that's kind of okay. And I tend to shoot 2 or 3 pictures of every kind of motif. So I'm sure I get one sharp picture. And also, I tend to go like this, and then I go a little bit to the side, and then and again. So sometimes the little things are a big difference. So yeah, it's still Halloween weekend, is it? Oh yeah, no, but I thought. Well, anyway, I'm not sure about that. So it's still Halloween, so that's pretty cool. Hi, Evie Tonic, is that how you pronounce that? Hi Bernhard. Hi Helga. Let me know where you're from. Hi Ingo, how are you doing? So let's talk more about photo shoots. Yeah, I really want to talk more about that. I understand a lot of people do more landscapes because the landscape is always there, so that's easier to do. But I mean, you do probably have family members or pets or a neighbor, so there's always someone you can photograph. And you can also find people online to meet to take a photo. Again, Corona and everything like that. But I mean, you stand in a distance to the model, so it's not like you're super close, so shouldn't technically be a problem, I think. Okay. Anyways, Martin is from Shetland. Hi, how are you doing? Really awesome. Okay, so Peter from Ontario. Hi. Court from Netherlands. Ingo, I'm fine. Okay, that's good. And Oliver from Germany. Hi. Okay, perfect. Let's switch over to the view where we can see what is going on. 1 second. So already someone wrote me how to use that file. What is that? The pack that I created. Let me switch over. Boom. There now you can see my screen. Okay, so like I said in the online video, this time it is not a LUT, it is not a macro, it is not a preset, it's a bunch of folders basically, and it's just a simple Affinity photo file. So you just go to File and Open, and then you open it up like the version you got from that file. In this case, of course, I open up the Pro version. It has all the different edits in there. So that's super straightforward. There's nothing complicated about that. You don't need to install anything. And then the next thing is that, well, before you do that, I would say make a copy of that file. You can just go, can you just duplicate? I'm not sure. But you can simply go copy paste, for example, or you can just move it over into another folder, or you can download it twice or stuff like that. Put the original file into a location that is safe. So you have a copy, you have a backup, and then work on the other copy, right? So nothing gets lost. You can, of course, always go back onto the store, download it again. That shouldn't be a problem. I don't think there's a limitation on there for downloads. So that should be super easy and super straightforward on how to open up the file and what it is. Let's say hello to some other people. Hey, DS from Canada. Hi, how you doing? You asked me something, I think, in the comments. I saw that. I think I answered you. I think it was also about the pack. Was it about rotating the picture or something like that? I'm not sure. Hi, Colin from Cornwall. Hi, Helga from Cologne. Hey, okay, nice. Also from Germany. Osvaldo, hi, from Brazil. Wow, very nice. How are you doing? Kurt says, sorry, maybe I'm a bit slow, but where can I download these files? That's a good question, actually. 1 second. I have a timer where it automatically posts it, but I probably should have also created a link that you can then just click on. 1 second. So, oh no, this is my live. What? Why is this my live stream? Oh, okay, I see. So it's not in there. I should probably put it in the video description. 1 second. So you can get it here. That's it. Boom. There you go. I will post it 3 times so you can see it clearly. And there's a free version, of course, and then there is like 3 sizes. And then also I made a version where you have, maybe I can show you real quick because people also get confused by that. 1 second. Let me move that over. Oh, and my Streambot also posted a link, so it's super spammy right now. So if you click on the link, you get to this page just to explain what is going on. So you go to that link. You see here the 3 different or the 4 different versions basically I usually have. And then I made another version with this online class, which is this one here, where you create this look here from the starting picture to this finished version. I go from completely all the steps through that. You see down here it says Masterclass, 13 videos, it's full HD. You can watch it as often as you want. It's 53 minutes and it's like short chunks. This is why it's 13 different videos. It's like every video has some minutes, and then so you can go step by step. You're not overwhelmed by a 1 hour video. And also you have the links to the source file so you can download these pictures, and also the additional leaves that I'm editing in. And this is combined then with the Pro version at a reduced price, for this kind of masterclass. I thought that's a good idea because it's really nice to have this kind of, to create this autumn look for your pictures, right? Okay, am I talking too quick today? I feel like I'm talking really quick today. Okay, we are now on the wrong window, and I also need to see the chat. It's showing the link right now. Okay, perfect. Is there a way to just get the online class? Yes, there is. Well, where did I close the window with the link? I can open it up again. 1 second. Boom, there we go. So technically I have a link here, but this has the full price, so it's a lot more pricey. Yeah. But if you already bought the Pro Pack, write me an email and then I will send you a discount for that price. And so you can basically buy it again with the online class included. So you only like pay the upgrade, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that seems to be like a good possibility if you want to do that. I guess that would be the easiest way, because Gumroad doesn't have this kind of upselling kind of thing where you can say, oh, here's a like an automatic way to send people an email to like upgrade or something. Yeah, it's like Gumroad is a great online shop, but not very feature rich. All right. Wait, we have to go here again, and then we have to go here again. So send me an email if you want to do that. That would be great. Okay. Hi, Ellen from France. How are you doing? By the way, I have to also look over here. Maybe someone is writing something on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, please use the chat, not the comments under the video, because I don't see them. I only see the chat messages. So you have to open up the video, and then on the right side, you have a chat there. Okay. Let's go back to the pack to explain what is going on. So like I said, it's a normal Affinity photo file. I created all these kind of folders in here. The reason why I did that is because, for example, if you use Lightroom or if you use, oh no, I forgot to include, oh, okay, I could do that soon as an extra download. I created presets for Lumina too, and I thought, well, this time I include some free Lumina presets, but then I forgot about that. Well, I can still link that on a future post soon, right? But Affinity Photo doesn't have presets. That's a problem. Someone said, well, yes, but we have this tone mapping persona, but that's different. Doesn't have all the kind of things you can do. And I think also people are more adjusted to these usual adjustments you have and the live filters here and stuff like that. And of course, you also don't have the live filters inside of the tone mapping persona, you know? And so instead of making it really complicated, I thought I make these folders, and then you can simply turn them on and off, because this was also something where people said with LUTs, you don't have a preview because Affinity Photo doesn't have that really. And with macros, you also don't have that, and you have to go back and forward in the timeline. And here you just turn them on and off, right? So basically what you're doing is you're getting a file or one of your photos. Let's go to Unsplash real quick. And then look for an autumn photo, because this is for autumn photos, of course. One maybe that's not that extremely edited and has some nice colors in it. Oh, there's one. We could use that one. Is that good? I mean, it looks fairly unedited. Maybe we have one that goes like horizontal. By the way, I can also, 1 second, let's close this up again. Open this up in a new one, then orientation landscape. So let's see if this guy has something in another orientation. No, this is the only one. All right. Oh, there's some stuff here. It's only pumpkins. Wow, that's okay. It's interesting. I want to do one of these smoke pictures also soon. Like I said, Corona right now I can't, but afterwards that would be awesome. When the lockdown is over, maybe I mean, this is not so nice. I don't like to use children pictures in my live stream, otherwise it would have been nice. 1 second. Oh, there's a little fella here. That could be cool. There's another one here. Okay, let's go for this guy here. It looks pretty nice. Okay, and then we go here. And then now what you should do is it says replace this layer with your own image. So this layer is down here. It's the lowest layer, as you can see. And you delete that. Boom, gone. And then you go to File and Place and search for the file that you want to place there, like this one. And boom, you place it in here. And you can resize the canvas, you can crop it. So because all of these are just adjustments, the only difference is here with these layers, like the rectangle, you would need to resize that if you make the canvas a lot bigger than the original picture. All right, and then you simply can turn these on and off. So you can see now it's black and white with only the brown tones in there, for example. Or here we have night mode light. So this looks like it's a early morning night picture, you know, in the blue hour in the morning, stuff like that. Or what do we have here? This kind of chocolate look where it's a little bit muted. And if this is too strong, like I feel this is a little bit on the heavy side, you can simply go in here and just like reduce the opacity. And then you have this kind of chocolate look, but at the same time, you still have some colors in here. And also underneath these adjustments, you can do, of course, your own basic adjustments, which I would suggest anyways. So wait a second, let's turn this off again. So this looks like that basically right now. So what we want to do is to create here a curves layer. So these are like super basic adjustments right now. So curves layer, you can see, okay, white values. We can move this in here a little bit to make the picture a bit brighter. Unless we want to have it dark, that's also okay. And then we could pull this down a little bit, and that actually looks good. And then we can do a white balance and just make it a little bit warmer, like so. And you can see, boom, we have a nicely adjusted picture. You can, of course, be more, how do you say, specific about it. By the way, I want to test soon a product that I want to buy for myself. I will talk about that in a second. So it's just for like color adjustment, my brain is again going in 5 directions. All right, and now you can apply this. So let's go with chocolate again. And now, well, it's still too strong. So let's push this down. But it's a little bit different from the look, you know? So this is all that's to it. This is super easy to use, but the huge benefit compared to macros is where you macro, you get like a finished result and you can't really do anything with that is, or can you? Or maybe you can, because you get also the adjustments. Oh yeah, but macros are extremely limited in Affinity Photo, so that was the problem. For example, in macros, you cannot do rectangles because for some reason, Affinity Photo cannot record a rectangle. I don't know why. It's very strange. But what I was about to say is that you can open up all of my adjustments here and see what I've done, and then adjust them to your needs, to the specific style that you want to have with the picture. So this is like super dark, and there you could say, for example, okay, this you can also turn these individual layers on and off, so you can see where are specific effects coming from in what I'm creating here, you know? So for example, here you can either say, well, I reduce the opacity to make this a little bit brighter, or you can go into the curves here and you can play around with that. And for example, just push this up to get some brightness in there in another way, like whatever you want to do, whatever kind of adjustment you want to do. But let's undo this. What I would suggest you do before you do that is that you right click here and say duplicate, because then you have a safety copy. You turn one of them off like so, and then you can go in here and adjust the other one, right? For example, this has, I guess this is a glow. Yes, it's a glow. So it's kind of a little bit glowing. So you can turn this off, or you can weaken it or strengthen it. And there we have a levels adjustment that makes the picture, let's see. Yeah, it makes the picture darker. So you can also play around with that. And you can do this for all the styles that I've created, right? So it should be super easy to use that. Let's delete that so we don't have a duplicate here. Let's see this bloody blue. How does it look here? That looks good. I really love this kind of effect. I want to do a tutorial about that effect too, because it's really nice. And it uses the channel mixer adjustment. You can do really great stuff with that. Okay. That was a lot of talk. You want the color checker? Yes, I want the color checker, but I want to try something else. It's called like a checker cube or something. It's very small. You just dangle it in front of your camera, and then it sounds useful. I don't know if it actually works. Okay, let's see the other comments. Linda says, do you have a list of your different packs? I think I've purchased most of them, but would like to be sure. Actually, you should be able to find a playlist on my YouTube channel. I should actually do a list. You're right about that. I should do a list where you can see everything. I have a store page, but it might be a bit confusing. So let's see. I created 18 packs so far? Whoops. Okay, that's so I'm not 100% sure, but if you look at this, which is the playlist of all the packs, if I have managed to add all my packs, then it looks like I've created 18 packs so far, which sounds right. And you can see if you have all of them. And also there's a free version of each of them. So you can download basically 18 different free packs if you want to. The only thing that's not in there is the online course, because that wasn't a free pack. Okay, good. Also, thank you very much for supporting my channel. It's really cool. Because these packs basically is my main income through the channel. And also, I think like my main direct interaction with the community other than the tutorial. So I really always feel like I give you kind of a special tool. It's always kind of specialized, solving a specific problem, enhancing the process. And also you can be part of my work process, of my workflow. So that's also really nice. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy this kind of process. Is it like a gray card? I will show you in a second. Maybe, what is it called? If I find that. Yeah, there it is. It is this thing here. I have no idea if that works as I imagine it working. So they have these, usually have like this gray card, right? But this is a little cube here, which has specific values here and specific values here. And then it has a hole here, and the hole should be like completely black, but it's just a hole. And you just dangle this in front of your lens and take one photo. And then it has like basically the gray, black, and white values for that picture. And from that can adjust the white balance, basically, right? And it's just $50, like just $50, because the color chart is like, I think 130 or something like that. And it's very small and it's very easy to use. So that sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure. It sounds like, you see here, you just take a picture of that and boom, you're done. So that's that. And you can also put it on objects. You see, it has a little like this kind of thing down here. You can put it on the ground if you want to, like here, and take a picture of that. That sounds very useful and very portable. And this is the big chart here. Like there's different charts. There's another one from X-Rite. So I don't know. I don't know if I actually need that, to be honest. Because I'd also talked with other people, and they said, well, it's nice if you want to have very specific colors. Like, for example, if you do fashion photography for advertisement, you need the specific dress color. But because I'm artistically adjusting the colors anyway, like here with this kind of bloody blue effect, the original colors don't really give me that much purpose in that, you know? Or with the other stuff that I do on Instagram, where I do like really heavy edits and edit my own colors and light effects and stuff like that, probably doesn't really matter that much if I have the original colors. So I have to think about if it makes sense to me, for me or not. But it might be a cool thing to just have to show in the channel and play around with that and see the benefits of that. Well, it should be as easy as advertised, because the only thing you do is you take a picture and then it's a software, and the software creates a profile for you. So it's automated. You don't have to do much yourself. And another thing is that maybe not with this one, but with this kind of color checker, is that you can balance out different light sources and with the light source and with your camera. But this also depends on if your camera can change the light color, for example, the light temperature, which, for example, my simple studio lights here cannot. They are just like one huge bulb like this size. You can't adjust anything. You can put shells on it, but that's it. For the perfect skin tones. Oh, that's also a good one. Yes, that's true. That is right. About the pack, is there something else I should explain right now on how it works or what you can do with that? Maybe one thing, but I also explained it on my YouTube video, is that you can mix and match them, right? So you can, for example, I can say I want this, and then I also want the chocolate filter on top of that, you know. So I have this kind of combination, because if I turn this off, you can see that I don't have this kind of red in there, and this can quite be a nice effect. And you can still like say, okay, I want to reduce this effect, so you can mix and match as many as you want of these. And another cool thing, by the way, you can do is, if you have adjusted these, you can export this as your own LUT, so you have it in the future as your own kind of effects. You can build a LUT library from what is most useful to you, right? And this is what I really like about this pack also, is it's very, very versatile, because you can do all the adjustments. So you can exactly tune it to your liking, to your needs, to the way you photograph, to the daylight situations that you like most, and then save it like that and have like a really quick toolbox, you know, where you go in and you're like, bam, 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 okay, I have these 5 effects and I know they look the same, and you have this kind of consistency, and you can put that then on your Instagram or portfolio or wherever, and have this kind of same style, the same feeling in the picture. So that's very nice. How do you adjust for portrait mode? Oh, this was your question. But what do you mean by how do you adjust for portrait mode? Like with this pack, you mean like how do you like change make it the rotation of the canvas? Because you can just go in here, document, and then rotate clockwise. Boom, and that's it. And that's like, now it's like this. And then, of course, you would enter either your picture afterwards, or you just like rotate your picture back and resize it so it fits. So now it's in that direction, if that is what you're asking. Or you can also go here, document, and then resize canvas, and you can unlock this, and then you can enter any kind of value you want. I'm not sure if this is what you mean by that. So for example, I can go here and say, I want to have it like only 50 pixels wide. Boom. So now it's, okay, that's maybe a bit too much. 1 second, let's make it 500 pixels wide. So, oh no, I forgot to unlock this. 1 second, let's do it again. Okay, let's unlock this and make it 500 pixels wide, and let's make it 3000 pixels high. Boom, so now you have this. And now I can just move this over. So you have like an internet banner, for example. If you want to do that, for example, there's your little bugger here. And still, as you can see, the effects work. But like I said, the only thing you need to do now is that you, what do we have here? Pumpkin. Okay, good. If you have, for example, a rectangle, you might need to resize that. So you click on that and you go for the move tool, and you see the outer border of the rectangle, which still covers everything, but I can still move it over here, right? Again, before you do that, make a backup of the file and then do these kind of changes, because if you save now and come back next time, you have to reset everything to normal, and that's quite a amount of work. So I just make a backup. That makes it a lot easier. All right. Yeah. So like I said, super versatile. You can do a lot of stuff with that. Let's undo this here real quick. There we go. So yeah. All right. And that's very nice to have that. I also want to do a tutorial, by the way, on how to create more of these kind of tool bags. So what kind of stuff would I put in there for what kind of situations, things like that, right? Because I don't know about you. I don't know how you photograph, but for me, for example, it's like the classic thing of if you go outdoors, either it's overcast or it's golden hour, it's blue hour. So it's basically only 3 types of light situation that I am in most of the time. If I photograph outdoors, so I can prepare a little bit for that. What kind of settings do I need? What kind of adjustments do I need in that kind of situation to make, for example, the golden hour look better? Or when it's overcast to adjust for certain things, right? So I can prepare a little bit for that and then make a file with all these kind of adjustments in there and save it as one of my, sorry, that's over here, templates. You can save it as a template, so it's pretty cool. Someone asked me how to create a template. I made a video about that. To be honest, right now, I couldn't tell you. I think when I click here, let's click on create and see what happens. Oh, okay, that just opens it up. So that wasn't it. That's not how it works. I made a video about that. Let me check my YouTube channel real quick. By the way, how long do we stream? Only 25 minutes. Oh my God, 30 minutes. I think I'm going in light speed today. Where's the save function? There, no. There we go. Templates. Template. Okay, I might need to have to make a video. I'm pretty sure I made a video about how to create templates, but sometimes I make videos where it is like, it's named like 5 tricks this, 5 secrets that, and then it's really hard to find the specific video where that specific advice is in. So I should make an individual video about that. Okay, I should also write that down. Good. When Corona, what do you say about Corona? 1 second. When Corona is finally over, will you do a meet-up or a tour? I would like to. I was also thinking about maybe in my Facebook group asking people, like, for example, when I say, hey, I want to come to this city or I want to travel through these countries, is there anybody there from my community? Can I stay at your place? Maybe we can travel around a little bit. Stuff like that would be really awesome, you know? I'm not sure if I have enough people for a meetup, but we could, for example, set up a page where people can say, where we can vote, basically, you know, on saying, well, let's say, because a lot of people are in the US and Canada, so probably that would be a good starting point to have to pick one city there and say, okay, does everybody want to come to DC or something, or New York? I don't know. I mean, it's really big, so it's always going to be a really big travel to get there, unless there is going to be the next VidCon, because I was on the VidCon in London last time. That was very nice. And then maybe there's also VidCon in the US after the Corona is over. And there is also good ability to meet there because it's already an event. You could come to Utrecht. That would be nice, yes. So I really want to travel more. I have to change my setup a little bit, maybe. This is also one of my goals where I say I want to have this kind of digital nomad life, to try that a little bit. Would it work? Wouldn't it work? Technically, I can do it. I would need to have a laptop for that is good enough so I can record videos, stream videos, edit photos. So it has to be like a workhorse, but and then maybe one light. It should be good enough for streaming. So yeah, I think I can be pretty mobile with this stuff. I hear Edmond is nice. Edmonton. All right. Yeah, that sounds also good. Let me write out. What was I saying before? Like templates, and then oh yeah, this color effect. What is it called again? Channel mixer. And there was one other thing that I said I should do a video about that. I can't remember. Oh, templates. Yeah, toolbox. toolbox, like a specific video, because I find that extremely useful. All right. Oh, and then the cube, color cube. So we have like 4 different videos already. Wow. Okay, good. There we go. All right. Is there anything else I should answer about the pack? Again, let me also post the link for the pack in my chat. Please get this. There you go. Boom. Okay. Have a look at that. And I have to say I'm really happy with it. It has a lot of different styles or looks in there. You can do a lot of stuff with that. So it's very versatile. I really like that. It's almost like the things you do with Nick Collection, you know, like in the sense, not that I'm comparing my pack with Nick Collection now. That would be ludicrous. It's not that amazing, versatile, you know, but in the sense of you go in there, you have specific looks you can just click on and then adjust them a little bit. And this is something I really like about Nick Collection, because you have these presets and then you just go in there, or recipes as they call them, and you adjust them a little bit, and you just come back to it, and you can create the look that you like in seconds. It's really nice, rather than playing around for hours to get the settings right. Jürgen says the pixel layer in your file is 6042 by 4024. In case I place a file with a dimension of 4000 by 2000, how to align both, or is it not required? Well, what you can do for that, by the way, the reason why I'm using that kind of resolution is because this is the resolution of my new Sony Alpha 7 III. So I thought, maybe that's a resolution a lot of people have. So this is, but like I said, the pack is resolution independent. So what I would suggest you do is you simply go you open up the file without putting your picture in yet, and then go to Document, Resize Canvas, and then you unlock this here. So click here, unlock, and then go to 4000. By, what did you say? 2000, okay, like so. And then you set this up. So you click on resize, boom. So this is your file now. And then you drag in your picture. Does your camera make pictures like that? That's very wide. Okay, interesting. And then the only thing you have to look out for is if there is a rectangle, and you see if there is a rectangle in the folder by having this kind of not folder icon, but this kind of other icon, right? So you just check here if these lines are still outside of the border of the canvas, and that's it. And you have to check this for all of the rectangles, of course. And if that works out, you can simply just use the effect. So that's very simple to do that. But I would suggest to adjust it before you put in the file. This is also, by the way, how I crop pictures if I need a very specific size, because otherwise I feel like it's very complicated to see if the pixels line up, if it's good for the resolution or not, or, you know, if you just use the crop tool. I don't know what I get if I go like this, but if I prepare the file and then place it in afterwards, I know what I'm getting. So that makes it a lot easier. Okay, good. So only an example. Oh, okay, I see. Only an example. Okay, yeah, you can go for any size, even bigger. You can go like, I don't know, 20,000 by 20,000 pixels or something like that. If you need a really high resolution for, I don't know, a really huge print or something, you can do that, no problem. It's just adjustment layers, a little bit of live effects layers, and some rectangles. So all of that is not dependent on the resolution of the file. Okay, we have like 38 minutes. Well, I would say let's go to the reviews of the pictures, right? Okay, let's do that. Unless you have any other questions about that, but we can go back to that. I will leave the file open. Let's reset this real quick, and then let's go to Facebook. Boom, there we go. This is not the picture I'm looking for. This is also not it. There's my live stream. Okay, so I can watch myself. Hello. Okay. Where's the challenge? 1 second. Where are we? No? No? Yes. Okay, good. All right, so this time I asked you to choose any of these pictures from the search query spooky on Unsplash, 2 pictures, and yeah, create a combination of that. And you posted really amazing results. I was really surprised by the pictures you entered in here. And we will review them a little bit to see what, I don't know, could be done differently, for example. All right, so let's have a look at that. Let me open this up as an actual, okay. Why is it so small? Open up image in new tab. Oh, I'm zoomed out, sorry. Okay, there we go. Let's close this. So, okay, there is this kind of ghostly figure in here. And here we have actually the original picture, so we can have a look at what has been changed. So this is the original photo of that monastery, maybe, castle, I don't know. So you made the colors more faded. That's nice. And then we have this kind of spooky ghost here with the glowing orb. The glowing orb is a little bit in there. And then you have this kind of light, which it is nice that the light direction is actually similar. You see? So here the light is coming from the right, and here the light is also coming from the right through the window. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and you added the light effect. Oh, that's really nice. Interesting. Pretty cool. So that looks very good, I would say. Very nice effect. Okay, cool. I would personally have added a little bit of a smoke overlay lay here. Like you can go to Resize, for example, to download some smoke or fog or cloud brushes. Let's show this real quick. Resize. There you go. They have like some cloud brushes, but you can also go for fog, for example. Oh no, it didn't do that. 1 second. Fog. And you can just download them. And you see like these kind of things here. These are brushes. They are Photoshop brushes, but they do work in a limited way inside of Affinity Photo. Mostly only the textures. You have to readjust the settings a little bit, but you can use them. And then you can have a little bit of smoke effect of how this ghost is rising from the ground. Because it looks like it's made from smoke here, or it's like being created by the kind of dust or smoke that's in the air and the sunlight. So yeah, but it's pretty cool. Very nice. And I like how this is a little bit hidden also in the picture. You have to look for it to it's not like in the face. It's like a little bit hidden kind of ghost. So that's pretty nice. I'm not so sure about this kind of orb here on the side. Maybe I would have removed that from the picture because it's very faded here, and it doesn't add anything to the picture anymore, if you know what I mean. So, but the rest is really cool. Very interesting. Okay, thank you very much, Brett, for that entry. Pretty cool. Very good start. Let's close these. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, this one is very... there we have... 1 second. So let's open up these pictures again. So here we have a picture that is a really nice idea. That you have this road and made it very dark, and then you added this dog here. With the glowing eyes, so it looks spooky. The only thing that's a bit of a problem is it's really hard to see. So in that case, I mean, you can leave it like that, like before, to say, okay, I want to see it like after some time or so, not directly in the face. What's the channel about? I'm new. It's about photo editing. Hi, Rishi. How are you doing? I would have moved the dog maybe over here, so there you see a little bit of the silhouette of the dog head standing there. And also, if you have the dog in the middle, it's more of a stronger position there. But I mean, it's also good on the side. The only problem is it's kind of hard to see. You could also have put a little bit more light behind it. So just make this side a little bit brighter, paint on that a little bit with a brush maybe. So there's a little bit of a brightness behind the dog so you can see it a little bit easier. And this is maybe a bit harder to do, to just set some highlights here in these areas, to just make the dog a little bit brighter in that area so it's easier to see. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Maybe you could also have maybe added a blue tint to it to make it more night, but black and white and red is also nice. I really like that kind of combination. This kind of black and white and then red or brown tones. So it's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's go on with the next picture. So thank you very much, Daniel. There's the same one again. Okay, here we have a haunted house. Let's have a look at that. So here we have an original picture, and we have a house. Oh, there's a guy in here. So I was about to ask what's haunted about it. But there's a guy in here. That's actually pretty good. I really like how well you created that kind of night feeling for that. So here you have a black and white picture, and you extended the sky with this picture here. Oh, there's a lot of good editing in here. That is very nice. So you put the house in between this foreground part here with the trees and the bushes and the background with the moon, and I think you removed no, you didn't. I thought you removed the clouds over here, but you can still see them here. I mean, that could also be shadow from something, so that's not too bad. Wait a second. Although maybe that here, this kind of line is not so good, so maybe removing it would have been the better idea. But it's still pretty cool. It looks very, very realistic. Very nice. Pretty interesting. Very nice composition also. It's pretty good. With this kind of framing, you see like you have the left and right, the bushes gives you a frame, and then you have a second frame of the kind of architectural structure, and then you have a third frame with just the guy in the window. So pretty cool. Yeah, very nice guiding of the eye. Really interesting. Thank you very much, John. And nice colors, nice night look. Okay, I'm really impressed this week. Very good edits in there. Really, really cool. Okay, here is the next one by Anne. And she combined 2 pictures also. Maybe 3 pictures. Maybe 4 or 5 pictures. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so we have basically this structure. I don't know. Is it an old temple or an amusement park or something? I'm not sure about that. And then you have this landscape, and you use the... What's happening here? You use the landscape, but... Oh, no, you didn't. You just used the clouds of the landscape. So you see, this is the cloudy part, and then these like forests in the background, that's the original picture. And you added a moon also. And some crows, and some pumpkins, and a cat down here, and a spider here. Oh, this is like these search pictures. I actually like that style. Do you know this kind of, in gaming, I think it's called wiggle games or something, where you have to like move around with your mouse, and you have to find like hidden things in a static picture, and that kind of tells the story. And they always like filled with little details. So that's pretty cool. That's very interesting. Everything is a bit muted, so also the glow from the pumpkin, but I think for that kind of style of image, it actually fits that it doesn't like glow too much. You don't always need this kind of what is it, kind of 70s, 80s like movie Hollywood glow in there. Doesn't always have to be that extreme. So this is more the muted kind, and you have to search a little bit for the elements. That's pretty cool. I'm not quite sure how the dragon fits in there, but why not? Whoops. Okay, sorry. Okay, can I close this somehow? Yes. Okay, good. Sorry. I wish there was something that can turn off notifications on Facebook directly. Maybe I should just create a second account. That would be a good idea. Okay. So yeah, pretty cool again. Very nice also with the colors and everything. The crows are very different from the size. Oh my god. Please don't write me right now. What could I do? Could I tell her somehow? Is there any way to turn it off? I don't think so, right? That's not good. Well, let's see. Oh, and it's here too, of course. And there's another window. Let's close that. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, sorry for that. Let me have a look real quick. Any kind of... I really think I need to have another account for that. Okay. Yeah, so there wasn't any kind of private information in that chat, so that's good. All right. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Okay, so let me write that down. I need to have a new account for streaming. Stream account. Good. Okay. Good. Whew. All right. This one is very spooky here from Jens. By the way, thank you very much, Anne, for the pictures. Oh, wow. That's gory. Okay, interesting. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And then, oh, okay. So this is like an anatomic sculpture. Interesting. I think he's holding his own heart. And this old building, basically. Wow, okay. Pretty interesting. Impressive. So you made this more colorful, like this kind of pop effect. That's pretty cool. And then have some smoke here coming through the window. Oh, and that's interesting. So you added, this is kind of strange a little bit because you added like this blood flowing down, but there, at the same time there is not really a window. So maybe if you do that, add some like cracked glass effect there, so there's something where it can like run down on. But the rest is pretty cool with the red and this kind of blood flowing down here. The splatters are a bit strange maybe, but it's still cool. Very nice. Really cool. It doesn't have like maybe you could have like maybe looked for a puddle down here, like from another picture, like a water puddle, and then just like recolor it in red to have this kind of effect that something is down here already. Because this looks a little bit velvety, maybe from the feeling, more like a dry, soft fabric or something. But still, really nice idea, really nice composition. Yeah, interesting effect also with the smoke and stuff. I really like how this like goes up into the air, the smoke up here. Very nice. Okay. Wow, so many great ideas here. And also I like that you put in more, you didn't go for the discolored look, but more for this more intense color look. Which is also a style. I don't see that too often today, right? I think most times when we have horror movies or horror-themed things, they have this kind of muted look, a little bit brown or a little bit green or blue or something like that, more like this depressing colors. Not this kind of pop look. It's more like a classic horror look where the blood is really red and it's more like action loaded. Really cool. Very interesting. Thank you very much, Jens, for that. So there's a lot of interesting, nice artists in the group for these kind of compositing effects. Okay. This is from Andros. So you put everything in one picture. Is there an individual post also where we can see the original version? No, right? It's just this one. Yeah, okay, good. So let's go from that one. We can make this a little bit bigger, maybe zoom into that so you can see the original picture better. And this is this kind of multi-exposure effect I can see down here, where you just take a picture of the same person and the person moves in between the shots, and then you can just like make it either in camera. Can you do it with a digital camera, like multi-exposure? In analog films, not a problem. Otherwise, you just do it afterwards in software, not a problem. The combination is a little bit, I'm not sure what the story is here. So that's like, the idea is great and I like the colors, but then you have this kind of, I understand that you have the cat and maybe this is a witch, because like, you know, cat and witch, this kind of combination. But the cat looks like it is looking at her for some reason. So, maybe a combination with another picture would have been better. Maybe a photo of I'm not sure if you would have found that under spooky, but like a asylum picture or stuff like that. Something like that. Or a subway picture. That could also be like a subway ghost or something like that. That could be interesting. I don't quite understand the connection here between the cat and her. Yeah, but I mean the Halloween colors are nice with the pink and the orange. So yeah, interesting. Okay. I would have combined it with something else. All right. Okay, let's go on to the. By the way, where's the chat? Techro says, I already got the pack and it's amazing. Oh yeah, thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting my channel. Zachary says, it says my name for a super chat donation, but I don't remember donating this time. Any help? No, that is not. That is, I don't think that's for a donation. Although it does say there it's a donation. It picks up everything that's happening. Also, if you became a patron, for example, of my channel, probably that's what's happening here. I can't quite see the amount, but I'm pretty sure this is from being a patron. Thank you. I should change the text here. Oh, this is a JPEG. Oh no, it's not a JPEG. Thanks for, wait a second, supporting my channel. This is even longer, and I also wrote it wrong. My God. If there is no type correction, I always doubt if it's right or not. Supporting, okay, that's right. Good, so let's, yes, okay. Now it's better. So this probably you became a patron recently, and that's what's happening here. All right, let's go back to the review. So this was by Amdros. Thank you very much for that. Pretty cool. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, wow. Okay. We have some kind of Medusa hat going on here. Wow, okay. Very nice effect. That turned out really great. Okay, that's everything for the live chat. Oh, by the way, I have to look at the other one. No, there's nothing from Facebook. Okay, good. Let's have a look at that. Wow, okay. That is impressive. That looks really good. Yeah, you're welcome, Zachary. Sorry for the confusion. So this is the original picture. Very nice. And then this is just some roots from the ground. Pretty interesting. And the combination is this kind of Medusa hat and this kind of stone look on the face. That turned out really well. Interesting. I would completely have thought that this is a stone hat from the way you edited it. Also the break here looks really good. It looks like you can look in here where the stone is just going deeper into the, how do you say, the break, the edge. Very nice combination. Also nice with the colors. I'm not quite sure why the head has a different black and white adjustment than the rest of the picture. Because you can see here, I feel like this has this kind of blue tint on it. And then the face does not have the blue tint on it. Maybe you put the blue tint just on a lower layer and then the face on top of it. And maybe you forgot to move that up. like this kind of photo filter adjustment or something like that. But it's interesting because it gives a little bit of difference in there, so you can see the face maybe a bit better if not everything has the same blue tint in there. Really nice. Very good idea. Really cool combination, and very also nice like spotting this combination, that this is possible. This is also what I like about these kind of challenges, when you try to challenge yourself with the random pictures from the internet, that you have to figure out things and see them in this kind of situation to make the best of that. So that is really good training for creativity and the artistic process. So if you ever have a block or something, an artistic block, this is a great process to just see and find things that you could combine and see what you can make from that, because it gets your creative juices flowing. So that's actually a very good exercise. Greg says, ask you for color, so I added some color. You asked for color, so I added some color. Oh, interesting. Okay. I asked for color? Really? Did I? Interesting. Okay. Cool. So thank you very much, Gregory. Really impressive. Very nice. The roots are my photo. Oh, they are. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Nice. And the other one is also your photo, this one? Or just the roots? Pretty cool. And did you take the photo of the roots for that composition, or like you had it already? You should put a head in there for real. That would be nice. I like this kind of, this very famous Buddha picture where the roots grow around the Buddha head. So that could be like that. All right. Phantasma, hi. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so the head is the portrait is from Unsplash. Oh, okay, so now it's getting a bit more dreamy from Noel. Very nice. Oh, okay. So this is the finished version. Very nice. Little sparkles here and some smoky wings. Interesting. Did you create the wings with paint them actually with brush strokes, like one brushy brush or something? That turned out really well. Pretty cool. And then this is the original picture with the girl standing there. Is this the library in New York, maybe, with these columns? And this picture, I've seen this often on Unsplash. It's kind of like, it's like really a picture you easily remember. Okay, very nice. Very cool combination of these elements. Also with the smoke here in the forest, the fog here in the forest. That's pretty nice. And it's also the framing with the trees. So you have this angel, I would say, dark angel maybe, framed by the trees, and then also the wings pointing towards her. So really nice, really cool. Interesting. You could have maybe worked a little bit more on the glow effect from these little sparkles and the wings, but still, it's pretty cool. Very nice combination. You also included a shadow. Would you have a shadow in that situation? Because it's very overcast and foggy. So technically there shouldn't be one. You could say maybe from the wings, but then the light from the wings comes from the top, not from the front. So you probably, without a shadow, it probably wouldn't look realistic for her to stand there, because then you don't know where the ground is. So you probably want to have some kind of shadow. But if you look at the original picture here, they have these darker areas down here, not really shadow, but just a little bit of more darkness, right? Although there is some shadow here, interestingly enough. You see, here's a shadow from the tree above. Interesting for an overcast day. It would be interesting if this actually was an overcast day or the photographer just added that stuff to the picture. Interesting. Right. Yeah. No? What is with all the no's? They are? No Unsplash? No. Was just out taking pictures. Oh, this is not from Unsplash? Really? I could have sworn I've seen this a lot of times. This is your picture? That's a very good picture then. Very nice. Huh. I was so sure I've seen this before. Interesting. Okay. Very cool. Okay. Well, there's your brain tricking you. By the way, if you go to Unsplash, and then I have a profile here, boom, you can go to my profile and I have some pictures. I want to upload more pictures when I come around to edit them, but these that I have already posted in my group, you can actually download them. And actually a lot of people have downloaded them. I have not seen them anywhere online, which is strange, because if you go to statistics here, you can see that this picture here was downloaded 102 times and the other not so much, like this 4 times, 2 times, but this one 102 times, not seen it anywhere. I would be curious to know where this is. I hope it's not in any kind of sales packs or something, because it should be free on the internet. Anyways, but you can, if you want to use the pictures or follow me on Unsplash, you can do that. I will link you. There you go. Boom. Okay. Was for the roots pick. Oh, okay. Interesting. Uh-huh. Okay, so this is actually... By the way, what you can do if you want to know where a picture comes from, right-click on it and go here to search Google for image. It's a reverse search, basically. This is, of course, only working if you have Chrome as your browser. So if you click here, it searches for the picture. Sometimes it finds something, sometimes not. Yeah, you can see here, Unsplash. So you know this is from Unsplash. It's also on other pages, but if I click here and then I scroll down, there we go. Boom. And you have the original photographer here. So this is very easy to find the source of a picture if it's on there, you know. Sometimes it's really hard to find a picture, but this is a good process. If you want to know where does it come from, just do that. All right, so thank you very much, Noel. Pretty cool, very nice. Did I forget anything? No. There we go. Wow, what is this? Judy. Judy did a very nice combination here. Pumpkin. Spooky pumpkin girl. Wow, that's a good combination also. Very interesting. Impressive. Okay, cool. So here we have the original picture. Oh, you even named the photographers. That's nice. So this is from Unsplash with the smoke. I really want to do smoke pictures. I have to do them soon. And then this picture here. And you edit them a lot. Really nice. So you get rid of this blue tint on here. So you have these more realistic looking light situation, and you put the pumpkin on there. Also change the colors of the pumpkin to make it, I don't know, more spooky, more rainbow-like. So there's a little bit of blue up here and dark blue down here. Very nice. And the eyes looking through the openings here in the pumpkin on both sides. So that's pretty cool. With glowing eyes also. So very nice. Very good idea to have that. Very impressive. Looks very cool. Yeah. There's a tiny little bit maybe. Let's see on the original picture. You did paint in some shadow here. So there is a different kind of shadow. You see there's no shadow situation going on here. The only thing that's kind of maybe a little bit strange is that you have these kind of glowing areas up here. You could technically say that maybe this comes from the glowing fog that's up here, the glowing smoke that's coming out, and it's just like illuminating these parts, but maybe then it should also illuminate the flowers a little bit, although I understand it's really hard to paint that on there. So yeah. By the way, with this picture, with the editing here, you can see that if you change the colors and have this kind of like tinted look on there, it also helps to like hide the fact that these are artificial flowers, you know? So this is kind of a good trick to like edit the colors a little bit, make it a little bit different so the eye is not adjusted to it as well. And then it looks a little bit more realistic. And if you look here, you can clearly see that these are like flowers from a fabric or something. It's not real flowers. So because then if the eye can see it that clearly, it's just very super easy to identify what it is. And here it's a little bit harder, so it looks more natural. So that can be a good trick to do that. Really nice combination. Really like that. Pretty cool. And you also did you edit some green? No, this is already green here, like with the texture, but you made it more high contrast and made the colors pop more. So you have this kind of spooky green on the face too. Really cool. Really like that. Such creative posts this week. I'm really amazed by that. Really cool. Hulu account. What are you talking about? We need to can I? Okay, yeah, hide from channel. That's good. Okay. So we get some spammers today. That's interesting. All right. Thank you very much, Judy. Really cool. Very interesting. Like I said, maybe experiment a little bit with these colors here, paint a little bit on them to maybe change the light situation a little bit, maybe make this area down here a little bit darker. So it's more like the pumpkin is actually there, but the rest of it looks really nice, really cool, very creative. Okay, let's see how many more do we have. Ooh, quite a bit. You have been really busy, even though it's Halloween. There we go. Oh, maybe because it's Halloween. Is this like a official holiday in the US? Do you get off from work or not? Oh, wow. This reminds me a little bit of Shining with the like knock on the door. Okay, interesting. You have this girl here and you... Ah, okay. Kind of extended the wall here a bit, I guess. And also added fire for some reason. Interesting. I have to say, personally, the fire makes it a little bit confusing. I mean, that could also be interesting, but I'm not sure. Is this the bad guy who wants to get in to the room of the girl, or is the girl the bad spirit or guy, a person that doesn't want to let someone out of a burning house, like she laid the fire and someone is burning there? So could be, I mean, either way, right? So, interesting. Okay. I mean, it's also could be like kind of a plot device, you could say, where you don't know who is the baddie in that kind of situation. So that could also make it more interesting. And you added a lot of smoke there, probably from the fire. So yeah, interesting, nice editing there. Really cool. I'm a little bit bothered by this guy wanting to come in, but then the door is open. It's not a problem at all, but I just like, this is the, what do you say, the OCD? Like you have this little like, why is the door already open? But it's a cool combination, interesting. I think the way you edited the girl in here is, she is not exactly sitting against the wall, and she's a little bit too small for that kind of situation. So I think she would be like higher in this kind of situation. You have to figure out like where is the floor plane and where she's sitting. But from the way it looks to me, I would think that she's about like this far in front of the wall, right? Sitting on the ground and quite small. And she's not leaning against the wall in that kind of situation. And it kind of, but it looks like it's intended that she's sitting right next to the door. I guess. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Let's go on to the next pictures. Thank you. How do you say this name in English? In German, it's Michaela. Is it Michelle in English? I'm not sure. But then where's the A at the end? Do you say Michela? I don't think so. I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English, to be honest. Oh, we have had this picture before. Interesting. And I remember this name and pronouncing it wrong. So again, I'm thinking it's Patty, but it's not Patty. It's something else, right? Pathy? I don't know. You told me last time, but I can't remember. But I remember it's not Patty. It's not an Irish name. It's something else. French name maybe or something. Aha. So again, we have a ghost here. Very faint ghost. Michaela. Michaela? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you for telling me. Again, we have this picture here, and then we have this witch here with the pumpkin light. And it's very faint. Why is it so faint in here? And why did you remove half of the pumpkin here? I like that you have put this kind of storm here in the background, and you have the same violet tone, and I think there's also this kind of violet vibe in the rest of the building. If you compare it, like this is more this kind of green tint, and this is more of a violet tint over everything. I think personally I would put the witch up here on this window ceiling. How would you call this part here? On this part here. So she comes into the room, and then maybe paint a little bit around with light to see if you can create an interesting light situation around that kind of pumpkin light she has here. And I mean, there's already a lot of smoke in here, so this really lends itself to using this kind of smoke and then or fog, and then painting some more on there where it's kind of flowing into the room. So I think that probably would have been a better solution than cutting her out and making her really like faint and blurry. Because if you wouldn't know, if you don't see that picture, you wouldn't really know what that is that's going on here, if that's a person or not. So that's very faint and kind of hard to see. It's a good idea, but I would have done it differently. By the way, there's a hand here. Is it already in the... No, it's not in the original picture. So for some reason, there's also a hand here. If you can see that. There's even two hands here. So that's interesting. There's a nice little detail here. But this doesn't really, like... isn't very obvious if you look at it. Without knowing the original picture. So I would change that. Okay. But still, pretty cool. Thank you very much for the entry. I need to have a sip of tea. Oi. 1 second. Wow. Okay. Good. There we go. Whew. Did I miss out on anything? No, I didn't. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We have an invasion of pumpkins. Wow, you did a lot of stuff here. Oh, okay. What? What is that? Looks like a video game ad. So this is a bridge, I guess. I'm not sure what that is. From ROM Photography. I hope we can use that. Oh, that's you. Okay, that's good. Rob M. So that's good. That's your own picture. And then we have this here, the pumpkin. Did a lot of editing to make this. Okay, nice. I like the light effect on the eyes. Really cool. And this kind of shininess here from this little crack here. So you really pumped that up. The selection is not great, to be honest. Like if you look here, it's very pixelated around the edges. So, sorry. That's not good. The rest is really cool. And the way I would do that is if it's very like this edgy kind of thing, we can actually go over here real quick. And you can see if I make a selection, let's take the freehand tool and let me make it like a really kind of edgy selection like so. imagine that these are like pixels and this is a really rough selection. I just like to show you what's going on. You go here to select and then to smooth, and then you can just go like this and you can see how this gets smoother. So you can get rid of this kind of pixelation a little bit. And then after you have like said, okay, this is good enough like that, I would then go in here again to select and to shrink this a little bit to make it smaller. You can see if I pull this down, this is getting smaller or bigger. So just so it captures the actual edge of the object in a smoother way, right? So that's a little trick to adjust the very pixelated outside of a selection. Okay, let's go back here because this is like it stands out really hard if you have these kind of pixelated selections. So that's you shouldn't leave it like that. But the rest is really cool. This kind of invasion situation here is really nice. These, for some for some reason, have a dance formation up here, which is also nice. It's funny. And he's like doing a little loop here, a barrel roll, as I say on Nintendo. Yeah, pretty cool. Very nice, very funny. Cool edit. And something different, more like the fun area of Halloween. So thank you very much, Rob, for posting that. Really cool combination. Oh, and there we go, dark again with the girl. This is a different picture of the same girl, I think. Huh. Oh, this is better. This is much better from the perspective. So you can see, of course, she's big because she's close to the camera, but from the way she sits on the ground here, this is actually well, from my perspective, I'd say this is actually the perspective ground plane where she should be sitting, and also the size feels right for her for this kind of distance from the camera in an asylum. Pretty cool. Looks very nice. Yeah, really like it. Also with this kind of fisheye, like wide angle, a little bit fisheye effect of the background. It's pretty cool. Like you can see this little cabinet here that is rising like a skyscraper. So it's like more bended than you would see with your eye. And this makes this kind of really nice effect that I like from these kind of very wide angle lenses. So that's pretty awesome. Very interesting. Also like how you put the light is actually in the original picture. We can look at that. There's the two original pictures here. So yeah, very nice work. Thank you very much, Oliver. Really good job. Let me close the chat real quick and reopen that because I think I'm missing. No, I'm not missing anything. Okay, interesting. Good. So yeah, awesome. Really like that. Really cool job. And you just switch her over with horizontal rotation or switch. I'm not sure how it's called. Flip. Yeah, to put it in there. So pretty cool. Is this, by the way, is this a picture? Am I the only one, or do you also have sometimes a situation where you're not sure if this is a computer graphic or if it's a photo? Because, I mean, today we have like really realistic graphics. And this looks, I mean, everything is so well composed. Everything fits so well. Makes me think it might be a graphic, not a photo. I don't know. I couldn't tell right now. Anyways, okay. Very cool. Very nice. Oh, there we have this picture again. Did you just adjust the colors? Let's see. Oh, you make a spooky effect on there. But you didn't add anything. I mean, this is cool. It looks like this old school horror genre kind of... You can kind of hear the sound that you would have in the movie right now, right? With this kind of stretchy effect. So... yeah, pretty cool. Very spooky. I mean, would have maybe been cool if you add a little figure that walks back there, you know? A girl in this kind of hospital gown or something else. That would have been like nice. Right in the spot here where it's brighter. Like just a little figure walking there. But I mean, this is cool also. Very nice. Interesting. And this area, which is not has these kind of stretchy effects on there, looks like a little bit of a portal in the, okay, this world is maybe still a little bit more okay, and the rest is like really freaky for us. So very interesting. Nice. I could imagine this as a cover or for a Netflix show or something. Pretty interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Stevianto. Is that how I pronounce it? Stevianto Prayogo. Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sorry. Oh, okay. Getting spooky again. This time I don't think we have an original picture. This is from Klaus. Did I look at everything? Yes, I did. What's the time on the stream? So 1 hour, 24 minutes. So we still have some time. Okay, this is a very small upload. We can zoom in a little bit. And that's more like it's also a style. This kind of more, a little bit trashy style of combining things together. But it's also, can also be fun. The shadow from the hand here is very strange because it's like, it's a shadow that's going on a background, like the background was a picture, like a 2D plane, you know. It's not that the shadow doesn't necessarily go on the ground here. But I mean, could also be. This has this kind of aesthetic that you would have in like in the past when you just cut out different pictures from a newspaper and stick them together to make a composition like that, which was really famous, especially with like the teenagers. I don't know, did you have something like that where you have like this wall with a lot of pictures of maybe stuff you like or your favorite stars? You just cut them out and glue them on and combine different kind of things. So I can remember a lot of people doing that. So that's very strange picture with the hand coming from the grave. A lot of classic elements here. And this, I don't know why there is a puppet face here as a photo. And then there's a collection of kid puppet heads in the box. Yeah, but spooky. And the gravestone over here. So interesting, very strange combination. Thank you very much for that. And I mean, it's a actual style, so that's also good. Oh, this one reminded me of that show. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the picture, and then you have this picture, and you took one of those. No, you didn't. Huh? Maybe you linked the wrong picture. I mean, there's a lot of pumpkins in here, but none of them looks like that. Do you know the show Angry? I think it's called Angry Kid. This one reminds me very much of Angry Kid. Wait a second. Angry Kid show. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Can I open this up somehow? 1 second. There we go. This guy, Angry Kid. Look it up on YouTube. Look up the shows. And I think it's an actor just wearing a mask. It's from the same guy, I think, who does Gourmet, these Gourmet stop animation films. And it's really funny. It's a little angry kid always traveling around with his dad and like being really foul-mouthed and like behaving badly, and it's always funny. All right. So interesting. You used it in the background. I didn't see that. Okay, I was so focused on that kind of strange head here that I didn't even see the background. Yeah, I mean, I like the effect where you have your head in the arm and then you replaced it by the pumpkin. Oops, sorry, buddy. Oh, sorry for that. The way you put yourself onto the background is kind of strange, especially because the background is a painted picture and the foreground is a photo. So, strange combination. It doesn't really mix well, I'm not sure. It's like you have the light situation there, at least on the body. I think the pumpkin is in a little different light situation there, and also has this kind of really strong reflection light here. Yeah, I like that, the part of the picture. The background is kind of very different, so that's a different kind of thing. I would probably have also have used a photo background for that to make it match better. Because now it's just like, I mean, not that it's standing out that much. I didn't even see the background because this is just like too funny to look at that part here. But if you look at the background, it just doesn't mix that well. Okay, but still interesting. I really like that part with this really crazy pumpkin. Okay, let's go on. By the way, I have to switch here so we see the time also. Okay, there's another one of these pictures that is really dark. Let's see if it's better. By the way, this is a really good point here to look at this part here. This often happens that when you have a picture and it's big on your screen, it looks great and everything is visible and it's easy to understand what's going on in the picture. But as soon as it becomes small, you realize that a lot of the things just get lost because of course, it has to be like rendered in this smaller way, and a lot of details are just getting lost, and it looks more blurry and has less color in it because of the small size. It appears to be less colorful, so it's really hard to see things in that. And this is this is a good point to think about optimizing things for the size where you want to publish it. So if you say, I want to create a picture specifically, for example, like this for Facebook or for Instagram, and I know people are going to look at it in a small way, I have to adjust the colors and the contrast and the brightness of the picture so people can still see it in the smaller format. So you might even make a specific version just for that size, and then if you show it bigger somewhere, full screen or so, you can use the other version if you want to. I mean, this is even very dark in the bigger version. I understand the idea, although there is something amiss here, because I mean, technically it can work like that, but I mean, here you can see that she's in the water, looking out from the surface of the water. But here, where you placed it, there is a sandy beach here. So she's like stuck in the sand. And that could be even more spooky. So technically, it's not really a problem because she's just coming out of the ground. So that's completely possible for a horror scenario. It just looks a little bit strange, maybe. And it's very dark. I mean, you can see her head is kind of glowing because it's so bright compared to the background, but I can still make her out. I still would have made it a little bit brighter, maybe, because it's very, very hard to understand what is going on here. Yeah, interesting. Huh. And, I mean, that's a question, but maybe it would have been also better and a bit more spooky if you included the reflection of the eyes and the head. Maybe not of the eyes, because then you have like 4 eyes that might look strange, but maybe a little bit of a reflection of the head. Although then it maybe looks like a ball with just like 2 glowing eyes in the middle. So that could also be strange. Oh, you even have a skull here in the mountain. I'm seeing it right now. You know what? Let's copy this over to Affinity Photo just to brighten it up a little bit so you can see a bit more what's going on here. Let's push this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. So we see a lot more in here now. So you can see now there's a skull here in the background in this kind of rock, giant rock. And then this person, I'm not sure if this is a guy or a woman in that case, is kind of stuck in the ground. You have a little bit of a reflection here, but very, very faint. So if you turn this off, the reflection is almost invisible. So you probably want to have a little bit more reflection in there. We can actually try this real quick. 1 second. Let's just select this. Maybe not that much. Let's just select this part here. And then subtract. Let's go in here a little bit closer. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is an image still. Let's rasterize that. Copy fill. And then let's go back to the full view. And then we want to flip this layer. There we go. Okay. So let's pull this down here and see how that would look. Let's make this a little bit more transparent, like so. Should we stretch this out maybe a little bit? Let's go like this. Or would it be like that? I'm actually not sure. Would it get bigger or smaller in the reflection? But I mean, it does look strange, so. And it doesn't really have a ripple effect. Let's go here, distort. Nope, that looks stupid. Let's go like this. Okay, that's not it. Just a little bit. Yeah, it does look like a floating skull now. So that's true. Maybe that's not a good idea. And even if you make it faint, it still looks like a floating skull. So I understand why you didn't do a reflection here. It just looks strange. Let me recolor this really quick. Yeah, no, I really understand why you didn't do that. Okay, good. So, interesting. Good. Let's go on. But it's pretty cool. It's very dark, but it's pretty cool. Very interesting. Nice. Thank you, Adam. Oh, wow. There's another one without original pictures, but don't worry, I didn't require that. Oh. What is going on here? Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Wow. Okay, so there's a huge Milky Way in the background, and we have some fog and a graveyard and a girl crawling away from the graveyard. I think I'm not sure which is the original picture part. So the graveyard and the background with the houses doesn't really fit from the perspective, I guess, because you can see how this is going down in that kind of direction, but this is going up towards that. So very strange. And the girl is like a little bit floating because you can see that the camera is over the ground right now, but she is crawling as if the ground would be right here on that kind of plane here, but that would the camera to be required to be really low in the picture, as you can imagine, because we can even see the underside of her hand, so we are very close to the ground from her. So she's kind of floating in the air, and because of that also really huge now. I don't know how high she would be, but she would be really big in that kind of situation. Yeah, I mean, interesting idea, but a lot of stuff is mixing in a strange way. Maybe I'm not sure if these houses are there or not, because you can see that this is going downhill. This is why the graves go like this, boom, 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 like they have this kind of, you see, like there's a wall going up here, and then it's on the ground floor again, and then there's a next wall coming up here, and then hitting, like going here. So this is going in steps because this is going downhill. And then we have these buildings, but they have a different perspective. Interesting. It's still a good idea. The execution is like everything is just thrown together, which you can do also as a style. Like I said before, this kind of cut out and patching together. It's a bit more trashy, but you can make interesting pictures like that if you want to. Not everything has to be like faking that it is real as a situation. So interesting. And you also put some of the fog behind the grave, so it's not just like painted on. So that's also nice. And also with the like putting in the Milky Way. Did you do that with Luminar maybe? I mean, because of the high contrast here of the silhouette, it could also probably be done with Affinity Photo. Yeah, so interesting. Thank you very much, Niels. Very strange, but interesting. Really cool work. There's the next one by Mateus. Yeah, Mateus, that's right. Oh, okay. I am interested to see what's going on here. So we have this hand. There's actually multiple hands here. And then we have the girl. And you made it as if, you added a lot of stuff here. Oh, nice. So you like removed all the lights in the background. So this is actually like pitch darkness here. Put on the hands here. I guess this is a copy of the same hand. So that's interesting. And you thought about switching it around so the thumbs actually face each other. So it's not just the same hand. Pulling her back. And then you have these kind of bloody effects here. And this kind of more, like you have this kind of, how do you say, grunge, trashy grunge overlays you can see here for the fingers. That makes it more like this kind of Blair Witch, trashy kind of camera look to it. So lots of interesting elements. There's some blood here, also on the hands, on the fingers, on the arms, stuff like that. Really interesting. Very interesting editing decisions. Really cool. So you really put in a lot of small, interesting details. Also, the eye is just darkness now here, which is also nice. Really cool. Very good edit. Thank you very much for that. Pretty impressive. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. There's another one, very colorful. Reminds me of the Batman universe with the Joker, like a female Joker, maybe. Oh, wow. Okay. So you have this kind of spooky house here on a, what would you say is a carnival, right? How would you call that? Ferris. No, not Ferris wheel. This is a Ferris wheel. I don't know what it's called. But it's a nice combination, really. And wow, you did a lot of editing on her to get this kind of more Joker comic look in here. So there's a lot of painting here with the hair, these kind of highlights here, and also on the arm. So pretty interesting. And made it very like, she looks like a digital drawing rather than a photo now. So there's a lot of, you added a lot of effects and editing to her. Also made the face very bright and the skin very flat. Stuff like that. Enhance the makeup around the mouth. Did you make the mouth bigger also? Because here she has a rather small mouth. And then here it's really big. And you also like painted out the eyes. Wow. So you paid a lot of attention to detail. And decided to make it look more like a digital painting, which is also interesting. Also with this kind of brighter but blurrier background, so she's actually more the center of attention, is a really good idea. Really like that. You also added these kind of little glowing lights. So very nice. This is really good to have these very a lot of little different things going on that brings the picture together and also makes it more alive at the same time. It's a really good idea to do that because often like beginner works often leave that out and then they look a little bit like too stale, too reduced maybe. So paying attention to these little details really makes the work also come alive in its own way. So that's really interesting. Very cool work. Alexis, thank you very much. Pretty cool. How much more do we have? Oh, okay, just a handful. Okay, good. So Anybody, everybody still on board? Oh, I don't see the chat. Is anybody saying something in the chat? No, not really. Chat is really quiet right now. Okay. Okay, so, by the way, this is an interesting one. I was looking at that. I mean, to be honest, it's really hard to see the kid's face here, although a lot of details are here from the kid's face onto the pumpkin. Oh, sorry again. Oh, I'm so sorry. But it's really interesting how you made this look like vector art. It doesn't necessarily look like it's cut out of a pumpkin. So it has color-wise, it's there, but the inside, like you have the surface and then the inside suddenly gets very blurry, where you usually have these kind of cut-out edges of a pumpkin. And I understand it would have been a lot of work to find like pictures from these edges from a lot of pumpkin photos and then just edit them in there so they are actually at the right place in the right angle. So that would have been a lot of work. But the way it's painted here, it looks very blurry, and it looks more like it's a vector graphic or of something, you know. But it's a good idea still. It's an interesting concept, the way you did that. And I'm amazed how much you can still, like, let's say, feel the face. I think it's the detail is a little bit like too rough to actually see a face if you don't know that it's there. Like this, I mean, this face here, you do see a face because of the blue eyes, the 2 eyes and the mouth. But it's still impressive, really nice, really cool work. Also with these kind of gaps, you need to know what kind of cracks to take and how big to make them. Very interesting. Really cool. Thank you very much, Jacob. So there's one from Linda. Oh, okay. Combining a lot of stuff. Oh my God. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Again, the same pathway in this monastery. And there is the different... All right, photo from my daughter's wedding. So this is you, I guess. And then you have cutouts from Unsplash pictures and clip art. Interesting. And then you edited yourself in here as a witch with a broom also. Green skin. You even put a, a hood over yourself. The hood is amazingly well fitting for something that was edited afterwards in post. So really impressive. Also with these little details here. I would probably have put the cauldron maybe closer to you and made this inner part here a little bit more glowy, and have added like one of these smoke effects. If you go to Unsplash. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired right now. Smoke. You see? Not this maybe, but something like this, you know, this kind of thick smoke like this maybe could be good, but colorful, not black and white. Like this one would be good, you know. If you take something like this, we can try this real quick. Let's give me your picture here. Copy image. Let's open this up here real quick. And I'm not sure I would have added the ghosts. It's a funny little detail, but it's maybe a little bit too goofy. But I mean, that's up to your taste, of course. So I will make a really quick selection of that. Not even very good. Just like, because we just want to try this effect here real quick. So just to show you what I mean. Okay, let's go with that. That should be good. Let's rasterize this real quick. There we go. So now we have only the smoke. I know it's not great, but it's good enough for now. And we can add this here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And then maybe hide this down here. So we can, I will just erase this right now. It's just like really quick. This is not good. That's better. So like that. And then, And then we could, for example, let's make just a disk here, like so. You see on the surface, we can put this behind our smoke. And we could maybe also make this as green as the smoke. Let's go like that. Is there a nice green here, this one? Okay, and then let's see with an outer glow. Maybe also make that green. Okay. Probably want to search for something that's a little bit more like bubbles and surface of water, not just this kind of thing here. But let's put this in a group and then rasterize it so we have everything in there. And then we can erase that part that we don't need. Where's my eraser? There we go. There we go. Okay, let's duplicate this. And then we want to set this to screen and maybe the other one also to screen. No, that's too much. Wait a second, this didn't work. Set this to normal, set the other one to screen maybe. Lighten. Thanks for the like. Okay, interesting. 1 second, let's zoom out here. Okay, that's a little bit better. So a little bit like that. That's not really great, but you know what I mean. Let's blend this a little bit off here. That didn't work too great. Let's see if we blur this and then set it to screen. Well, okay, that looks a little bit strange. Well, it does need a lot more work, but you know what I mean. So this kind of thing where you just add this effect, you want to add some more bubbles down here and probably some more smoke and stuff like that to add all these things. And let's see if we can bring this together with a little bit of an overlay so it looks at least a little bit better here, even though this was just like a little a rushed exercise. Where is my overlays? There we go. Is this? Yeah, it is in there. Okay. Wasn't there one that was a lot better right now? What about this? Let's duplicate this. What the hell is going on here right now? Okay. Well, not as scary as I hoped it would be, but anyways. Could actually make this radial. Should have made a better selection of the smoke. Anyways, you know what I mean. Just like to make this a little bit more like with these kind of glow effects. Maybe we can bring this a little bit down. No, it doesn't do it. Okay. It looks stupid. I wouldn't need a lot more time to actually bring this in here, but you know what I mean. By just like adding some of this these things here and some bubbles and stuff, and also make a better smoke selection I did here. But that could be interesting to have that. What happens if we stretch out the smoke to make it like actually the size of the cauldron? This is like happens when I do things too fast. That's not a good idea. Where is the... there we go. No, that's not it. Why doesn't it... Do you understand why it's not changing the colors right now? This is the fill color here, right? So why doesn't it change the fill color? Oh, because I rasterized it, so this is no longer a rectangle. Oh, we can actually 1 second. Sorry that I'm wasting so much time right now. Just playing around with that. 1 second. I promise I go back to the reviews in a second. Yeah, it's kind of going into a better direction. What? By the way, why is this here? Oh, okay, interesting. For some strange reason, there is a little bit of like residue from the old picture here. Okay, now it's gone. Well, doesn't look great. I would need some more time to bring in all the light and the effects and stuff, but yeah, just to get the idea out there, to add some smoke and some glow and some whatever. Okay, good. Okay, but still cool. Very good idea. Very nice. Very interesting. Okay. Where's the chat, by the way? There's the chat. I did the cloak in several layers before rasterizing. Actually, I added a candy to the cauldron for the home picture. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Sorry that I didn't see your chat earlier. Yeah. But so, like playing around with lights and colors and stuff like that is a lot of fun. But as you can see, you can waste a lot of time on that too. But when you get it right, really looks cool. Okay. I should do something like that. I could have done like a Halloween compositing stream. That would maybe have been a good idea. Anyways, okay. The good ideas always come after the thing is over. All right, what's going on here? There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff, a lot of images and ideas combined here. So we have this person here, kid, girl, man, I don't know, with a pumpkin hat inside, and then this spooky creature from the back. In this case, looking through fabric, like a curtain, I guess, and here kind of through smoke, although you can still see the fabric here, but maybe that's okay. I like that you desaturated the smoke here from the colors, so it fits better, this kind of setup. It's a little bit harder to see because of that, but I think if this smoke would be too colorful, too jolly, it wouldn't like really mix well with this kind of spooky situation. So you could even have, like for the pumpkin, a little bit less color maybe on that to like, or maybe make it a little bit darker to fit in there, like because if it's inside there, like you see with the face, I mean here you don't see anything of the face, but just to paint in a little bit more shadow here around these edges, so it's a little bit more inside of the hoodie, you know. You want the smoke bombs? Me too. You can actually buy them in packs. They are not that expensive, and you can do really cool pictures with that. I want to do that sometime soon. So yeah, really nice combination, nice adaptation of the different colors in here. Like I said, I would paint a little bit more maybe shadow on here to make the pumpkin sit more inside of the hoodie. But the rest I really like. Also how this flows out here, like in this little wave and stuff. That's really cool. Very good editing. And you removed other parts of the smoke, so it's not like overwhelming here. So that's pretty cool. Very nice combination. Thank you very much, Ingo. Very cool. Good. Let's go on to the next one. How much more do we have? Like 3 more. Okay. And what's the time? 1 second. We are at 2 hours. So we are actually finishing at a very good time here. So let's look at these. This, I think, is... Oh, there is, again, the girl with the hood. But from another person. Okay, this is from Colin right now. Oh, back there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you added the person back there, but that's really, really hard to see. So there's a little detail back here. Again, like readability, I mean, maybe you wanted to hide her in there, like a little bit of a search picture, like an Easter egg, so to speak. But if not, it's very hidden. So you either, if this, I think this figure here has glowing eyes in here, maybe. So I would make them more glowy. And maybe make the highlight a little bit stronger. Maybe put an artificial light, like paint in an artificial light behind her. So just to make the silhouette more apparent, because it's really hard to see. But I really like the spooky editing of the night colors here. This kind of eerie green that's in there is really nice. And you can see how much it changes the feeling from this kind of situation, which is spooky but still has warm colors. Kind of feels nice. While this is very spooky and eerie and otherworldly. So very nice adjustments of the colors. Just the figures is like super hidden in here. Okay, thank you very much, Colin. Pretty cool. Let's go on to the next one. We have 2 more. Ooh, okay. Day to night edit. Very nice. Okay. A little bit of glowing here. You even put the glow in the reflection. Good to remember that. And then there's a lot of stuff suddenly going on. So this is from Peter, and he added some. Oh, there's even more going on. So there's some skeletons here sitting on the shore, and some swans, and there is a ghost of a woman here, and then we have a really big skull over here. Yeah, nice. You even thought about the reflection of the swans in the water, so that's pretty nice. I think it's a little bit too much going on for my taste. Like there's really a lot, but I really like how you edited this day to night change, and that you thought about all these kind of little details to like the light and the reflection, these kind of things. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Like I said, I think like it's a little bit too much going on, but it's up to taste. If you like that, that's also cool. And from the colors and from the feeling, it looks really nice. Pretty awesome. Thank you very much, Peter, for that. Pretty cool. And then we have our last entry. I can do a quick reload. Maybe someone posted late. Although you shouldn't post late, so it's actually after the entry deadline. No, there is nothing. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh, there's a lot of combination here. This is by Helga. Thank you very much, Helga, for entering that. Oh, okay. Wow. Nice. Again, lots of details in here. Maybe a little bit more than needed. So we have this night sky here with the moon and some clouds. We have the skeleton on the chariot, I think. Some skull, some landscape, and it really nice how you combined all of these elements together. So it fits very well. For some reason, then you have a painted cat in here, like a graphic of a cat, not a real cat, and some doves, which I feel like the doves kind of make sense. These kind of dark birds, maybe crows would have been better than doves, but still. And then you also have this kind of skull. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like the other elements are pretty cool. They kind of fit well. Also, this kind of path that goes into the mouth of the skull reminds me a little bit of the He-Man fortress. But the only thing I don't like is this kind of graphic of a cat, because it's like completely different. Why is there suddenly a painted animal like in a real scene of different photos? That is kind of confusing. I guess you wanted to have a cat that's looking over its back and you found this graphic, but still, it's kind of strange. Because sometimes less is just more, just like leave out some details and then you can focus more on the rest of the picture. But I have to say, I really like how you combined all the elements and how the color works together. It's kind of blue tint again, or kind of a little bit blue and violet. I feel like here it's more blue tint, here's more of a violet tint. And how, from the perspective, this path that's going into the mouth and this skull and everything like fits pretty good into the picture, into the landscape. So it doesn't feel like it's just like put in there willy-nilly. It's actually, you feel like you can walk on that path towards the skull. So it's pretty cool. Very nice work. Pretty awesome. Amazing how many entries you did this week. So really impressive. So much cool stuff. So much impressive ideas also in there. That was really, really cool. Let's switch over to the talk view. Bloop. There we go. Someone wrote a really long text that I'm not seeing. 1 second. Restore chat. What is that? 1 second. Pop out. Where's this text? For some reason, I cannot see the text in my chat window, but I can see it here. Let me move this over. So you say, I know I'm late. I just wanted to say thanks for going over my entry. I did consider resubmitting the photo brighter. Okay, this is about the head in the on the shore, I guess. Not to worry about it. Looks like much better on my screen. I see. Okay. Good advice. Consider editing the photo for the medium. Okay, interesting. It's strange that I don't see that. Where did you write that comment? It's not on YouTube, I guess. Otherwise, I would have seen it here in the comments. It's somewhere else. Huh, strange. Okay. Interesting. All right. So thank you, everybody. It was really cool. Thank you for your entries, for all the creativity. Again, check out my pack. I will link this again if I find it. There we go. So have a look at my magical autumn pack, including online masterclass on autumn light editing if you want to. So that would be cool. And yeah, I will publish the next challenge in the next days. And yeah, also some cool ideas for new tutorials that I'm going to do soon. So that was amazing. I hope you had a cool, interesting Halloween and a nice streaming experience. And yeah, see you soon. Have a good night, I would say. Okay, good. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.